A 200% tariff on John Deere products aims to protect American jobs but risks harming farmers reliant on affordable equipment. This may lead to increased food prices for consumers. John Deere's historical role in American agriculture underscores the potential repercussions of its production shift on local economies and employment. The company's decision reflects the broader economic challenges confronting U.S. manufacturing. Amid competitive pressures from nations such as China and Brazil, companies like John Deere are compelled to reassess their production sites. For survival in the global market, cost-cutting and supply chain efficiency become paramount. The effects of tariffs on local economies could be profound, especially in regions like Iowa and Illinois that heavily depend on manufacturing jobs. These communities could face significant job losses. Historically, trade wars have adversely affected American farmers, exemplified by the 1930s Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act and Trump's trade conflict with China. Such disputes often result in retaliatory tariffs and diminished exports. As machinery costs rise due to tariffs, farmers might turn to foreign brands for alternatives, threatening American agricultural competitiveness and potentially worsening economic instability. Higher machinery costs may compel farmers to continue using aging equipment, incurring greater maintenance expenses and diminishing productivity. This scenario intensifies financial pressures on already struggling farmers. Independent farmers find themselves at a disadvantage compared to corporate farms, which possess greater resources to absorb economic shocks. This inequality could hasten the decline of family farms in America. Rising food prices from increased production costs will affect every American household, particularly lower-income families. Food inflation is becoming a pressing concern, potentially leading to greater reliance on assistance programs. Increased tariffs on agricultural products further burden farmers, compounding labor shortages to create a challenging economic landscape. Rising costs for equipment and materials significantly impact profitability. The shrinking workforce directly influences food production processes, resulting in unharvested crops and neglected livestock. This disruption leads to immediate revenue losses for farms and elevated prices for consumers. Small and mid-sized farms are grappling with financial pressures from rising wages, forcing many to downsize or close their operations. This trend reduces the domestic agricultural product supply, influencing food prices and availability. The decline in immigrant farm workers has left many farmers struggling to find replacements, aggravating the labor shortage in the agricultural sector. This issue is further intensified by stricter visa regulations. Rising operational costs and competition from large agricultural corporations render survival nearly impossible for small and mid-size farms. Many face closure if these trends persist. Foreign competitors like Brazil and China are ramping up their agricultural production, posing a threat to the U.S.'s position as a global farming leader. This shift could result in greater dependency on imports. Many farmers are shifting towards direct-to-consumer sales, bypassing middlemen to enhance profit margins and strengthen their relationships with consumers. This transition is reshaping traditional supply chains. Cooperative farming is emerging as a promising solution, enabling small farms to share resources and market collectively. This collaboration boosts their competitiveness against larger corporate farms. Urban farming techniques, such as vertical farming and hydroponics, are gaining traction, allowing food production in urban settings while minimizing transportation costs and enhancing access to fresh produce.